Hello, trading is closed on May the 11th, 2017. As usual, let's go over our calls. I was looking for a gap outside the day's range and thought it would be down. We gapped down sharply and within 10 minutes traded under yesterday's low, so I guess that'll have to do. I looked for an expanded range, which we got. We had a timing prediction that this high would hold. It has. So I'm going to call my last two timing model dates hits because they're within the 2-day window. The next date of the system is May 20th, and after that we have a cluster in the middle of June. Again, I'm still testing the system. I don't know if it's going to work or not. We had a prediction that in spite of appearances, this was a day which usually closes at its high. Let's go over how we came up with that. There's a well-known timing system that called for a change in trend at about 10:30 Eastern on Tuesday. Now I'm in the central time zone, so you have to add an hour to this time that says 9:25. So here's where the system of someone else called for a change in trend. I've had a lot less frustration with his system ever since I realized that it's just as common, if not more common, to have a change in trend around 11:30 Eastern Time than it is at 10:30. And I think once you realize that the point he identifies as a change in trend at 10:30 Eastern should say 10:30 or 11:30 Eastern, it becomes clear that this is a low to high pattern and all the other points fall right into place. This is a pattern which tends to close at the high of the day. When that doesn't happen, it's usually trouble and a big drop happens. It would be invalidated if we gapped up and promptly took out this high, which I can't rule out. It's negative when you rally all day long like this, can't even close over the middle of the day high, but I can't rule out moving higher. And although this is one resistance area, I also have resistance around 23.99. During the day, MEJT said ultimately lower prices would print, which they did, but it also said higher prices would print, and they did that too. Here it says ultimately lower prices would print. We got the minimum. Here's the white dot. Almost always we get more than the minimum. That's where the optional target comes from. And there's also a signal from MEJT that this rally is false. It stopped right at MEJT resistance area defined by yesterday's patterns. And 23.91.12, most likely to print tomorrow, is the target, along with 2090.33. Well, let's go over what's going on. Here's a half-day chart. Here was a TDST line from back in early March. There's a support resistance level. The same price as a TDST line on many different time frames. It's been hit so often, I think it's a matter of time until we break through. I haven't had to change my wave count. Here was black B. We have black A, black C. Here's your brown A, brown B, brown C. I now think we have red A, red B, brown A. You can take the height of A, set it at 61.8%, and there's your target. We can do it again. Here's A to what we identified. Red A, red B, that's all from yesterday. You slide down, and it's a perfect fit, so I think that count's still working. Here's brown A, and we're in brown B. Now, I don't know how high brown B is going to go. We have the MEJT resistance. We have Fibonacci resistance from a number of patterns. Here's the 78.6% retracement. It's right here at the high. If that's the high, we should be in for a pretty big drop right from the open. But this daily pattern has a strong tendency to rally into the close. And when you're this close, it wouldn't surprise me if we went up first, although I'm not predicting one way or the other. Wouldn't surprise me if we went up first. So we have targets for tomorrow, 2391.12 and optionally 2090.33. But if the count is right, that's going to be somewhere in brown B. And at some point, brown C is going to come and take us through these levels and give us black A, because I think this is going to hold. And even though it'll be broken at some point, I think we're going tradably lower first. Only question is, where is your entry on the short side? Here are my targets, and that's today's call.